From Noyes Park in Sherrill, New York, it's the Onondaga Flames visiting the Sherrill Silversmiths. Hello, everybody. I'm Brandon Ross. Thank you for joining me as these two teams face off in an NYCBL Eastern Division matchup late in the season. Let's give you the starting lineup for the visiting Onondaga Flames. Leading off at shortstop, McLean O'Connor. Batting second, playing first base is Mike Stefan. Batting third, playing second base is Brian Hart. Batting cleanup in right field is Colin Matthews. Batting fifth and playing third base, AJ DiFilippo. Batting sixth, the catcher, Trace Peterson. Batting seventh, playing left field is Adam Gordon. Batting eighth, the designated hitter, Corbin Paxton. And batting ninth, playing center field is Jack Cherno. And they're going up against a big right-handed pitcher in Michael Matthews. 8 starts for him on the season, a 1-4 record, an ERA above 6. This game has a lot of implications for the Eastern Division standings. The Flames have clinched a playoff spot in the Eastern Division. However, with a couple wins here, they could clinch first place. And meanwhile, the Silversmiths have third place in the division, but by a very narrow margin. Any win for them could give them a boost against the Syracuse Spartans for that final playoff spot, as both the Flames and the Crush have secured spots in the playoffs. And as Michael Matthews throws his final warm-up pitches here, McLean O'Connor, a right-handed hitter, is warming up on deck. Head coach Mike Cordero's team is 24-13 heading into these final 5 games, which will all occur over the next 3 days. A series of double headers back-to-back today here at Sherrill and tomorrow at the Rome Generals, and then a final game on the road on Sunday against the Cortland Crush. And McLean O'Connor's stepping in from the on-deck circle, and it's time for baseball here in Sherrill, New York. And McLean O'Connor, a right-handed batter, coming up to face the righty Michael Matthews, hitting .291 on the season and 55 at-bats. A late arrival for this squad came on June 24th. Out of UC Santa Barbara. School ended late for him out in California, and then he had to attend a family member's wedding. And he's done a good job since he's gotten here. He also has a pair of home runs on the season, both of them coming in the last time these two teams faced off here at Noyes Park. Both home runs coming in the first inning. McLean O'Connor led off the game with a home run and then hit a grand slam later in that inning. 10 runs in total for the Flames that time. And the first pitch here from the tall righty Matthews is a fastball missing inside, and the count's 1-0 to start, and we're underway at 2:04 Eastern Standard Time. 1-0 count here to McLean to start this at-bat. From the windup, Matthews. Fastball just catches the upper inside corner, and the count's evened up at a ball and a strike. O'Connor brings a sense of confidence to the Flames. He shows his bravado at bat, and also some stellar glove work out there at shortstop he's brought to the team. 1-1. Fastball chopped on the ground, foul off of O'Connor in the batter's box, and now he's behind in the count, 1-2. O'Connor a few games ago actually made a diving stop in the 5.5 hole and turned a double play. It was one of the more defensive, stellar moments that have been shown by this Flame squad this season. 1-2 from Matthews. Breaking ball, called strike 3 on the inside corner. O'Connor knew it right away, and he heads back to the dugout. 1 away here in the top of the first inning at Noyes Park. And Mike Stefan coming up to bat. First baseman for the Flames today. 78 at-bats on the season, hitting .218. Though that's a long way up from where he started the season, toiling around 130 for a very long time. He's a switch hitter, hitting lefty against the righty Matthews. Standing back in the batter's box. And the first pitch from Matthews, a fastball taken for a strike on the outside corner. He's behind 0-1. Stefan playing first base today, also plays some outfield for the Flames. He's gotten a lot more playing time these last couple of weeks. 0-1. Fastball misses below the knees around ankle level, and the count's evened up at a ball and a strike. Though Mike Stefan's batting average has sort of lacked this season and it's gone up, his on-base percentage is still stellar, .402 in that category. As the 1-1 fastball is chopped on the ground over to second, Nate Cormier fields it and throws it to first in time for the second out of the inning. The defensive alignment here for the Sherrill Silversmiths from left to right in the outfield, it's Matt Krause, Reese Armitage, and Andrew Roden. First baseman is Chris Turco. Nate Cormier just made the play over at second base. Robert Armitage playing shortstop. Third baseman Sean Doherty. And catching balls and strikes is Anthony Gazzo. And with 2 away, Brian Hart comes up to bat for the Flames, and the first pitch fastball from Matthews is ripped back up the middle, and that gets through for a base hit. So the Flames have a 2-out base runner here in the first, and a chance here for Colin Matthews, 4th in the league in batting average with a .380 mark heading into today's contest. That coming in 92 at-bats. And Hart now on first base, a threat to steal, 14 for 15 on stolen base attempts this season. Very agile, as that a base hit in his 124th at-bat. Colin Matthews clutch with runners on base as well, and Matthews on the mound working out of the stretch. First pitch to him, a breaking ball misses outside, and the count's 1-0. Colin Matthews, the hitter, has 15 RBIs on the season in his 30 games. Him, a player out of Kent State University. In the last 7 games, he's been on a particularly stellar tear. 14 for 28, 500 batting average in that stretch. And the 1-0 is fouled off to the right side, and the count's evened up at 1-1. Colin Matthews steps back into the right-handed batter's box. A righty-righty matchup here between the two Matthews. Colin at the plate and Michael on the mound. Not related in any way. Short lead for Brian Hart over on first base. Matthews on the mound working out of the stretch. Gazzo, the catcher, sets up inside. Hart goes, fastball inside, gets Colin Matthews on the helmet. And Colin Matthews is going to take first base here. Stolen base attempt unrecorded for Brian Hart, as Matthews gets hit by a pitch, and now 2 runners on base here in the top of the first inning for the Onondaga Flames, and that brings up A.J. DiFilippo, who's been just lights out at the plate the last 3 times out. Actually, the last 4 times out. 11 for 14, 4 doubles, 1 triple, 10 RBIs in his last 4 times out. He has 2 runners on base, 1 in scoring position here. A big chance for the lefty DiFilippo with 2 away, as the Flames got 2 outs quickly this inning, but now a chance to capitalize on some offense. It's a lefty-righty matchup here, and Matthews on the mound working out of the stretch, looks back at second base. First pitch to DiFilippo, a breaking ball in the dirt. Gazzo keeps it in front of him and keeps the runners from advancing, but the count's 1-0 here to DiFilippo. And every time DiFilippo's gotten on base and not recorded a hit, it's still been productive. Like those 3 at-bats in that 4-game stretch where he didn't reach base, one of them was a flyout. He reached on a fielder's choice and brought in a run. He also reached on an error another one of those times. He's been very hard to keep off base. And that pitch misses outside, and the count now 2-0 to DiFilippo. And if Matthews doesn't get careful here on the mound, he could walk the bases loaded. Anthony Gazzo, the catcher, out to meet with Michael Matthews out there on the mound, trying to calm him down. It's a tight spot for him now, a 2-0 count on one of the best hitters in the league, in A.J. DiFilippo out of Columbia University. His .368 mark coming in 106 at-bats. He's playing 31 games, another late arrival, but not too late. Played in the College World Series with his teammate Jack Cherno, also out of Columbia. And they both arrived about a week into the season. Matthews from the set. Looks back at second base again. Gazzo setting up outside. 2-0 fastball cut on and missed. DiFilippo chases that one below the knees, and the count moves to 2-1. Trace Peterson, the catcher, waits on deck as both runners take relatively short leads. Hart a little bigger than Matthews over on first. 2-1. Breaking ball in the dirt. Gazzo has to corral it, and Hart tries to advance, but he's gunned down. Gutsy attempt by Hart trying to advance over to third base, but that ends the inning as the Flames leave a runner on base but can't capitalize, and heading into bottom 1, still no score here at Noyes Park. Bottom of the second inning getting started here. Bottom of the first inning getting started here in Sherrill, New York. And Reese Armitage up to lead off for the Silversmiths against Jeremy Taylor for the Onondaga Flames, heading into this game with 4 starts under his belt, a 3-2 record, a 1.72 ERA that leads the league. The first pitch to Armitage, a fastball misses outside, and the count's 1-0. The rest of the starting lineup here for the Sherrill Silversmiths, batting second, playing third base is Sean Doherty. Batting third, playing right field is Andrew Roden. Batting fourth, the first baseman Chris Turco. And the 1-0 pitch here to Armitage is fouled off the left side, well out of play. And the count's evened up at 1-1. Batting fifth, playing shortstop is Reese Armitage's brother Robert. Batting sixth and playing left field is Matt Krause. Batting seventh, the designated hitter Matt Fitzgerald. Batting eighth is the catcher Anthony Guzzo, and batting ninth, the second baseman Nate Cormier, as the 1-1 fastball misses outside, and the count now moves to 2-1. Armitage on the season, 116 at-bats, hitting .293. He's out of Marist College, as well as his twin brother Robert. And Taylor working from the windup to 2-1. Breaking ball that just misses above the zone. And now 3 balls and a strike here to Armitage, and Taylor in danger of walking the first batter of the inning. 3-1. Fastball taken on the outside corner, and the count's now full at 3-2 to Armitage. And going back to Jeremy Taylor, his last start was a stellar outing, also against the Sherrill Silversmiths, as the 3-2 fastball is fouled off to the left side again. 7th pitch of this at-bat coming up, still a full count. And Taylor, his last start against the Sherrill Silversmiths, that came on the 15th of July, a 10-3 win for the Flames. 7 innings pitched, 1 run earned, only allowed 7 hits. 3-2, fastball chopped on the ground over to second, fielded easy by Brian Hart. Flips it over to first in time for the first out of the inning. Quick first out here for Jeremy Taylor for the Flames, and now that brings up Sean Doherty, the third baseman. He's out of Southern New Hampshire University. 122 at-bats for him on the season. One of the better hitters on this team with a .336 line. The right-handed hitter steps up against the righty Taylor with 1 away in the bottom of the first. Still no score. And from the windup, Taylor, the first pitch. Fastball taken on the lower outside corner. He's behind in the count, 0-1. And Taylor has a stellar record to his name as well, as he works for the 0-1 pitch. Breaking ball chopped foul down the third baseline, hard over into the fans section, down the third baseline, and the count's now 0-2. 3-2 record for Jeremy Taylor out of Cal Poly Pomona. And he's just generally really good at keeping runs off the board. As I mentioned, 1.72 ERA leads the league. And the other player behind him is Gunnar Groen, another one of his teammates, with a 1.88 ERA. 0-2, fouled off again, this time to the right side out of play. Actually goes across the street and hits a light post. Count still 0-2 here to Doherty. And he's fighting off here against Jeremy Taylor, as it's now been 3 straight foul balls here. Waiting on deck, Andrew Roden. Trace Peterson, the catcher, sets up outside. And the 0-2. Off-speed misses just a hair out of the plate. And the count's 1-2 now. And Doherty, a great hitter, but fielding leaves a little bit to be desired. 13 defensive errors for him on the season in the field. And Taylor, the 1-2. Fastball broken, bat chopper over towards short, fielded on a hop by O'Connor. He flips it over to first in time, and now there's 2 away here in the bottom of the first inning. Still no score, and Andrew Roden comes up with 2 away. He's hitting .289 in his 128 at-bats. A high school senior recently graduated from a school around here and will attend UMass Lowell come the fall. He's a left-handed hitter. As we'll give you the Flames defensive alignment from left to right in the outfield, it's Adam Gordon, Jack Cherno, and Colin Matthews. Mike Stefan's playing first base. Brian Hart's playing second. McLean O'Connor is at short. A.J. DiFilippo's at third, and catching balls and strikes for Jeremy Taylor is Trace Peterson. First pitch to Roden, a fastball taken on the inside corner for strike 1. Count 0-1 here to Roden with 2 away. Roden looking to keep the inning alive here for the Silversmiths. The Flames got a couple of base runners on in the top half, after getting the first two down. A 1 pitch fouled right back into the catcher's mitt, and the count moves to 0-2. Roden, a very imposing presence, one of the youngest players in this entire league, but standing at 6'5", 215 pounds. And Taylor from the windup, 0-2, cut on and miss, strike 3. Jeremy Taylor strikes out Roden to end the inning, and the Silversmiths go down 1-2-3. Heading into the second, still no score here in Sherrill. Top of the second inning set to get underway here at Noyes Park in Sherrill, New York. Still no score between the Flames and the Silversmiths. H.A.D. Filippo was stranded in the batter's box last inning as Brian Hart was caught trying to advance to third on a pass ball, and he'll be up again to start the top of the second. DiFilippo, the lefty, steps in against the righty Matthews out for his second inning of work. He surrendered 1 hit in the first inning. And the first pitch to DiFilippo, a breaking ball gets away from Gazzo behind the plate as that one misses low and away. Counts 1-0 here to start the at-bat to DiFilippo. Was talking to Coach Robert Anders, the pitching coach for the Flames, before the game. Asked him his confidence in a win today after the Flames did so well here last time these two teams met. As the 1-0 pitch, another off-speed, misses up and away, and the count's now 2-0. Coach Anders said, and I quote, "If we score more runs than the other team, I think we have a decent shot." Just goes to further emphasize Anders' relaxed but cool attitude towards the game. Very relaxing presence in the Flames coaching staff. 2-0 is skied high, still in the infield, just in front of Armitage at shortstop. He runs in and makes the catch on the lip of the infield grass, and there's one away here in the top of the second. And Trace Peterson coming up with one away now. He's hitting .264 on the year in 91 at-bats. The catcher out of Lake Erie College. He's a right-handed hitter, and he'll face the righty, Michael Matthews. From the windup, Matthews deals the first pitch. Fastball taken on the inside corner for strike 1. Peterson's behind the count, 0-1. Peterson hasn't hit a home run yet this season, but he showed some power with 4 doubles to his name. 0-1 fastball misses above the zone, about a couple inches above the letters, and the count's even at 1-1. Adam Gordon, a left-handed hitter, is in the on-deck circle for the Flames. No shift here in the Sherrill infield for the righty Peterson. 1-1. That one, a breaking ball, just misses above the zone, and the count now 2-1 here to Peterson. Trace Peterson's gotten a lot of the reps behind the plate. His coaches at Lake Erie College actually intend to move him to first base, and they wanted this summer to get him some playing time over there. And the 2-1 fastball is a called strike on the inside corner. Counts now knotted up at 2-2. But Peterson had to play in the lieu of a lot of injured catchers for the Flames. Matt Parkinson out of Herkimer County Community College never made it as he tore up his shoulder. And the 2-2 to Peterson, a fastball ripped into left center field and deep on the run. A reaping grab by Matt Krause gets the out. Stellar defense from Krause out there in left field, and now there's 2 away here in the top of the second. Peterson had to take the place of Jake Zarat, who had a concussion and missed a few weeks. And for a couple days, he was the only catcher until they brought in Joe Navenci, and now Adam Gordon is up with 2 away in the inning. Gordon out of Cal State Los Angeles, a left-handed hitter facing the righty Matthews. 301 and 103 at-bats. He's crowding the plate a little bit. First pitch to him, a fastball ripped slowly on the ground towards third base. Fielded easy by Doherty. He runs, throws over to first in time, just ahead of the speedy Gordon to retire the side. The Flames go down 1-2-3 here in the second. Heading into bottom 2, still no score. Bottom of the second getting underway here at Noyes Park in Sherrill, New York. Still no score between the Flames and Silversmiths. Sherrill went down 1-2-3 in the bottom of the first inning, and now the 4-hitter Chris Turco set to lead off the bottom of the second. He'll face off against Jeremy Taylor, who's out for his second inning of work. And Turco, possibly the most dangerous hitter in the entire league. .321 is his batting average and 137 at-bats. But that's not his biggest problem. First pitch from Taylor, a fastball inside, and the count's 1-0 to Turco. The problem with Turco is his power. 12 home runs, a monstrous 34 RBIs. That leads the league in both categories. 1-0 to Turco's taken on the outside corner for a strike. The fastball makes it a 1-1 count. Turco crowding the plate a little bit. He's helped by this friendly park at Noyes, where the dimensions are rather skewed. And the 1-1 breaking ball misses just below the knees. Count now 2-1. Left field's about 300 feet. Right field is 257 feet. Most of his home runs have gone over left field, but it's still far shorter out there than it is in much of the rest of the league. 2-1 fastball misses low and away. Count now 3-1 to Turco. And Taylor in danger of walking the first batter of the inning, as Robert Armitage, the shortstop, waits on deck, another right-handed hitter. Peterson sets up inside. The 3-1 from Taylor. Fastball grounded down the third base line, but well foul. One-handed snag by the third base coach for the Silversmiths. Some stellar handwork there, and the count's now full at 3-2. Full count here. Still no score between these two teams in the bottom of the second inning. Turco trying to make something happen for the Silversmiths. Payoff pitch. Fastball inside for ball 4. So Turco walks to lead off the bottom of the second. And that brings up Robert Armitage with a runner on. Armitage hitting .356 in 118 at-bats this season. He and his brother Reese, both twins, attend Marist College together. The interesting note, though, Robert Armitage out-hitting his brother despite playing less at Marist this past spring. Turco with a short lead off of first, and the first pitch from Taylor, a fastball misses well above the zone, about nose level with Armitage, and the count's 1-0. Reese Armitage is an outfielder. He had about 20 starts for Marist back in the spring, and Robert just made a few pinch hit or pinch run appearances, and now out-hitting his brother here in the NYCBL. 1-0 fastball just misses above the zone yet again, so now 2 balls and no strikes. Taylor, not one known to walk a lot of batters, only 11 in his 7 outings on the mound, 4 of them starts. That's a rate of less than 1 per 3 innings. A pickoff move over to first base is not in time. Turco able to get back in there standing. That likely wasn't a move to pick him off, more likely just to keep him close. As the Flames have an infield in double play depth with still no score and a runner on, no one out. 2-0. Fastball skied out of play behind home plate, and the count's now 2 balls and a strike. Time is called here. This home plate umpire gets some more balls from the Sherrill dugout. Counts 2-1 here to Armitage. And Chris Turco taking a growing lead over there on first base. He's 2 for 2 on stolen base attempts this year. From the stretch, Taylor gets set. Fastball misses inside, and the count's now 3 balls and a strike to Armitage. And Taylor in danger of walking his second batter in a row. Three-one count here to Armitage. Still no score. Chance for him to break the game open with an extra base hit. Another pickoff move over to first from Taylor is not in time. Turco not a threat to steal. An interesting note about the backstop, though, very short in comparison to the rest of the league. So pass balls aren't anywhere near as sure a thing here as in other ballparks. 3-1 fastball, skied high foul to the right side. That one going to land in the street, just out of play, and the count's full at 3-2. Jeremy Taylor has been efficient through the first inning. However, he's gone to a lot of full counts and getting his pitch count run up real early in this one. Doesn't matter too much, though. These are 7-inning games. These two teams are playing doubleheader, and they're both 7 innings apiece. 3-2. Fastball taken low and away for ball 4. Taylor did not like that one, and Taylor has now walked 2 in a row, and there are 2 Silversmiths on with no one away here in the bottom of the second inning for Matt Krause. Krause, another right-handed hitter, hitting .321 on the year in 106 at-bats. On-base percentage, .436 for him on the season. And he has a chance here to drive in a run, as there's a runner in scoring position, 2 on base in total for the Silversmiths in this tied 0-0 ball game. Flames still in double play depth, except Mike Stefan no longer covering the first base bag. Taylor from the stretch looks back at second. First pitch bunted up in the air, caught in the air by Jeremy Taylor. No throw over to Bags. But a terrible bunt by Matt Krause is popped up right back to Jeremy Taylor. He makes an effort to get there and records the first out. Now a double play gets the Flames out of this inning. Still no score, but now 1 away with 2 on base for Matt Fitzgerald. Another stellar hitter for the Silversmiths. .348 is his batting average. That coming in 89 at-bats. His primary position is catcher, and all 3 of the catchers on the Silversmiths have gotten a good amount of playing time. So not all of them have played in nearly every game. Turco on second base, Armitage on first. Taylor from the stretch, first pitch, fastball cut on and missed right over the middle, and he's behind in the count, 0-1. Still double play depth here for the Flames, except Mike Stefan was playing inside of the first base runner before the last at-bat, now playing behind the runner. The right Fitzgerald is ready. 0-1 fastball cut on and missed yet again. He can't catch up to Taylor's stuff here, and the count's now 0-2. Fitzgerald trying to keep this inning going here for the Silversmiths. There's only one away, but he's got a big chance here with 2 on and 1 away. Still no score in this ball game. Taylor looks back at second, the 0-2. Ripped down the right field line, but foul out of play. That one hitting a fence to the adjacent basketball court. Count still 0-2 here to Fitzgerald, and the 4th pitch of this at-bat coming up. Last time these two teams played a doubleheader here, the second game got rained out. As rain came in the 6th inning of the first game, the Flames were already winning 15-2, so the game was called there. And the second game of that series was pushed back to today. 0-2 to Fitzgerald. Fastball caught on and missed, strike 3. Matt Fitzgerald becomes strikeout victim number 2 for Jeremy Taylor on the afternoon. And with 2 away here in the inning now, that brings up Anthony Gazzo. The last chance for the Silversmiths to get something done in the bottom of the second. They had 2 on with nobody out. And then the next 2 batters go down back-to-back, and Gazzo trying to keep the inning alive. Probably the least playing time of all of the catchers this season. Only 14 games, 37 at-bats total. A batting average of 135. The righty steps into the batter's box. Taylor's working from the stretch. And the first pitch fastball is a called strike on the outside corner. And Gazzo quickly behind in the count, 0-1. Taylor walked 2 in a row to start the inning and managed to get another 2 outs. And so the Flames infield has returned to normal depth here. As working from the stretch, Taylor deals the 0-1. Breaking ball just misses a hair outside. And the count's now evened up at a ball and a strike. Taylor's last start lasted 7 innings. He could go the distance if asked. But with the playoffs around the corner, they likely want to preserve all the starters they can. There's only 5 games left in the regular season, including this one, all of them happening in the next 3 days, today, tomorrow, and on Sunday. And time is called, and Trace Peterson, the catcher, goes out to talk with his pitcher. Counts 1-1 here on Anthony Gazzo. Still no score in this ball game. Silversmiths have runners on first and second. They were there with nobody out, but after 2 straight batters got retired, one on a bad bunt attempt caught in the air, and another on strikes, Anthony Gazzo's at the plate with 2 away, facing a 1-1 count. Peterson sets up on the inside corner, and Taylor out of the stretch looks back at second, the 1-1. Breaking ball ripped into right field, and a diving attempt by Matthews is no good. That's going to bring in a run, and Chris Turco going in for 2 is Anthony Gazzo. He gets in there, coming home from third is Armitage. The throw home is in time. Silversmiths get a run on that play, but the second runner trying to score gets gunned down. Heading into the third inning, the Silversmiths finally put up a run, and it's a 1-0 Silversmiths lead. Top of the third inning getting started here at Noyes Park in Sherrill, New York. The Flames now trailing 1-0 after an RBI double by Anthony Gazzo in the bottom of the second. And the left-handed hitter Corbin Paxton, the DH today, set to lead off the third for the Flames. Heading into today's contest, a .210 batting average, that coming in 62 plate appearances. First pitch from the righty Matthews, misses in the dirt, and a swing that went around from Matthews according to the home plate umpire, and he's behind in the count, 0-1. Paxton's batting average has made marked improvement as of late. Another one of those players who had a batting average in the 100s for quite a while. Now consistently hitting above the Mendoza line. 0-1. Breaking ball misses outside, and the count's evened up at a ball and a strike. Paxton out of Lake Erie college teammates with the catcher Trace Peterson. Paxton standing rather outside of the box. And the 1-1 misses in the dirt, and the count now moves to 2-1. Waiting on deck, the 9-hitter Jack Cherno. He's playing center field today. And the infield for the Silversmiths shifted to the right here for the left-handed hitter Paxton. Shortstop Armitage playing closer to the second base bag, and second baseman Cormier playing in shallow right. 2-1 fastball cut on and missed. Paxton couldn't get around on that one, and the count's evened up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Two and two, still no score here in the top of the third inning. And Matthews, the 2-2. Breaking ball misses above the zone, about eye level with Paxton, and now the count's full at 3-2. Full count here on Paxton. He's standing back in the batter's box. And from the windup, Matthews deals the payoff. A breaking ball called strike 3 on the outside corner. Paxton wanted that one in his favor, but instead he set down on strikes. Victim number 2 on the afternoon for Michael Matthews. And there's one away in the top of the third inning for Jack Cherno. The center fielder today, 277 in 101 at-bats. He's out of Columbia University, a teammate of A.J. DiFilippo. He also came late as a result of playing in the College World Series. Cherno crowning the plate here from the left side. First pitch, he shows bunt. Pulls back, and it's a called strike on the outside corner anyway. And Cherno behind the count, 0-1. The third baseman, Doherty, was getting ready to charge in on that one, but it'll have to wait. It's now a 0-1 count here to Cherno, and Matthews from the windup deals. Fastball way outside, and the count evens up at a ball and a strike. Cherno, a big stolen base guy as well, so if he gets on base, he's a threat. 8 for 11 on the base paths. 1-1. Fastball misses low and away, and the count now 2-1 to Cherno. Cherno's batting average is 277. It was a little higher earlier in the season, but still stellar at getting on base with an on-base percentage of .425. And getting on base would be huge here against the Silversmiths as the Flames trail 1-0 in the top of the third. And Michael Matthews deals the 2-1. Fastball chopped on the ground over to first base, fielded on an easy hop by Turco. He takes it to the bag himself for the second out. A 3-run assisted by Chris Turco gives the Silversmith the second out of the inning in the field. And that brings up McLean O'Connor with 2 away in the top of the order. O'Connor's first time up, struck out looking. One of 2 strikeout victims for Matthews. He's hitting from the right side here with 2 away. O'Connor, the first game between these two teams at this park, he went yard twice in just 1 inning of play. From the windup, first pitch breaking ball misses below the knees, and the count's 1-0 here to McLean O'Connor. O'Connor crowding the plate here a little bit, and Matthews the 1-0. Another breaking ball, this one a called strike on the inside corner, and now the count's evened up at 1 apiece. Mike Stefan waits on deck. O'Connor trying to keep the inning alive here for the Flames. They trail by 1, a 1-0 game in the top of the third. 1-1 fastball misses inside. That one could have brushed O'Connor off the plate a little bit, but he stayed put, and the count's now 2-1. Matthews from the windup. 2-1, breaking ball misses in the dirt and gets behind. Gazzo actually bounces up high onto the net behind home plate, and the count's now 3 balls and a strike. It just goes to further show that this Sherrill backstop is very short in comparison to the rest of the league. And the 3-1 to O'Connor. Fastball chopped right back over the head of Matthews on the mound, fielded on the run by the shortstop, Armitage, and the throw over to first is just in time ahead of the speedy O'Connor to retire the side. The Flames go down 1-2-3 and heading into bottom 3. Flames still trail 1-0. Flames go down 1-2-3 in the top of the third inning. Still a 1-0 lead for the Silversmiths as they come up in the bottom half. The 9-hitter Cormier leads off, and the first pitch from Taylor is a fastball called strike on the lower third, and he's behind 0-1. Cormier are a .301 batting average in 136 at-bats. One of the more consistent players for the Silversmiths this year. 0-1 fastball misses just low and away, and the count's evened up at a ball and a strike. Normal positioning here for the defense here for the Onondaga Flames. Taylor from the windup, the 1-1. Fastball skied high to the right side. That one going into foul territory. Running near the foul line is Matthews, and he makes the catch on the run for out number 1. The 9-hitter goes down, and that brings the top of the order back up, and Reese Armitage comes up for his second at-bat. Grounded out to second base his first time up. And Armitage, a left-handed hitter, going up against Taylor, the righty. And the infield shifts over to the right just a hair here. First pitch to Armitage. Fastball called, strike on the outside corner. And Armitage behind 0-1. The shortstop, O'Connor, playing a little bit closer to the second base bag. And Hart playing ever so closer to the outfield grass. 0-1. Fastball just misses outside this time, and the count's now even at 1 apiece. The Flames are on a massive winning streak right now, 7 in a row, trying to keep it going here against the Silversmiths, but they trail 1-0 in the bottom of the third. The 1-1 is skied deep to right center field. There's no doubt about that one. That one is gone. Solo shot here for Reese Armitage in the bottom of the third. It's now a 2-0 Silversmiths lead. Number 5 home run on the season for Reese Armitage. And now it's a 2-0 Silversmiths lead here in the bottom of the third. The Flames are going to have a bigger hole to dig themselves out of when they come back up to bat. And that brings up Sean Doherty after the solo shot by Armitage. And he grounded out to short his last time up. That one was a long shot, went to the front yards of the houses across the street. And the first pitch to Doherty is fouled off to the right side. And the count's 0-1. The righty Doherty steps back into the batter's box. 0-1. Breaking ball misses low and away in the dirt, and the count's now even at 1 ball and 1 strike. And for Taylor, that's the first home run he's surrendered all season. And it's certainly not helped by this ballpark. A lot of Flames pitchers not excited to pitch here. Breaking ball chopped on the ground over to shortstop. Easy hop for O'Connor, who fires over to first in time for the second out. Finally, a second out here in the inning for the Flames, as they surrendered a home run to Reese Armitage, and it's now a 2-0 Silversmiths lead. And then that brings up the right fielder, Andrew Roden.
The right fielder from UMass Lowell, number 18, Andrew Roden.
Roden, his first time up, struck out swinging. The big lefty steps back into the batter's box as he tries for his second attempt against Jeremy Taylor in the Flames defense. First pitch from Taylor. Fastball taken below the knees, near the dirt, and the count's 1-0. Roden crowding the plate here a little bit, trying to extend the Cheryl Silversmiths 2-0 lead. That pitch grounded softly over to second base. Easy fielding for Brian Hart, who fires over to first for the final out of the inning. The Silversmiths go down on 4 batters, but not out until Reese Armitage goes yard to right center and makes it a 2-0 lead for the Cheryl Silversmiths heading into the 4th. Mike Stefan set to lead off the top of the 4th inning for the Onondaga Flames, now trailing 2-0 after Reese Armitage went yard in the bottom of the 3rd. His first time up, he grounded out to second base, and the first pitch from Matthews is a breaking ball, misses in the dirt, and Stefan heading the count 1-0. Matthews out for his 4th inning of work. So far for him, 1 hit allowed, no earned runs. And Stefan, the switch hitter, batting from the left side against the righty Matthews, steps in with a 1-0 count. 1-0 for Matthews. Fastball grounded easy on the ground over to second, fielded by Cormier, and an easy flip over to first for the first out of the inning. So a pair of ground outs for Mike Stefan to start off this ball game, and there's 1 out in the top of the 4th for Brian Hart, who has the only hit of the game so far for the Flames, a single back in the 1st inning. He ended up getting caught trying to advance to 3rd on a pass ball. The righty Hart crowds the plate here a little bit. And Matthews working out of the windup. The first pitch. Breaking ball misses inside near the ankles of Hart, and the count's 1-0. And Hart getting caught trying to advance, very uncharacteristic. That's only the second time this season that Hart was caught trying to advance a base. He was 14 for 15 heading into this ball game. 1-0 breaking ball misses above the letters yet again, so the count's now 2-0. Colin Matthews, a right-handed hitter, waits on deck for the Flames. It's a 2-0 count to Brian Hart, and Matthews deals the 2-0. Fastball caught on and missed. That one was well inside, but Hart gave chase, and the count's now 2-1. Hart trying to get the Flames back into this one. They trail 2-0 in the top of the fourth inning. One of the runs coming on an RBI double in the second, the other on a solo shot in the third for the Silversmiths. 2-1 fastball misses well low and away. That one getting away from Gazzo, actually rolling back towards the Silversmiths dugout. And now 3 balls and a strike here to Hart. He could end up drawing a walk here and getting the Flames a base runner with 1 away. Something Hart has had no trouble doing all year. 19 so far in his 35 games with the team. 3-1 from Matthews. Off speed, fouled back behind home plate. Going into the parking lot behind us, and the count's now full at 3-2. It's only the second full count for Matthews on the mound so far today. And Hart steps back into the batter's box. Standing back in the box, and the 3-2 payoff. Breaking ball misses above the zone for ball 4, so Hart takes first base, his 20th walk of the season, and the Flames have a 1-out base runner for Colin Matthews. Matthews, in his only plate appearance so far, got hit by a pitch in the helmet. Caught him on the bill, and it knocked it off his head. He walked over to first base, got stranded after Brian Hart got caught trying to advance to third from second base. And he has another chance here with 1 away. And double play depth here for the Silversmiths infield. Matthews now working from the stretch out on the mound, the pitcher, and he makes a throw over to first. That's not in time. Hart gets back in there standing. Colin Matthews, the righty, steps in. Looking for another hit here for the Flames, trying to get them back into this ball game. Short lead from Hart on first base. Michael Matthews looks over to first and deals as time is called at home plate, so no pitch from Matthews. Still no count here on Colin Matthews, the hitter. Certainly a lot better conditions here today than the last time these two teams played, where it got rained out in the 6th inning. First pitch to Matthews is ripped into left field. Running in to make that catch is Matt Krause easy after taking 3 steps to his right. And there's 2 away here in the top of the 4th for A.J. DiFilippo. DiFilippo, his first time up, hit a towering pop-up that was caught by the shortstop, Robert Armitage. And now DiFilippo, another chance here. The left-handed hitter trying to keep the inning alive for the Flames as they trail by 2. DiFilippo crowding the plate a little bit from the left side. Matthews on the mound. First pitch, breaking ball, misses below the knees, and the count's 1-0. For DiFilippo, this is at bat number 108 on the season. One of the later arrivals on this ball club. As Brian Hart's still taking a short lead off of first base. He's 14 for 16 on the year now on stolen base attempts. He goes. The pitch misses in the dirt for a ball, and there's no throw down to second. And Brian Hart gets stolen base number 15 on the season, and now a runner in scoring position for the Flames with 2 away. And DiFilippo is the man you want to drive in those runs. Leads the team with 35 RBIs. Trace Peterson, the catcher, waits on deck. It's a 1-0 count to A.J. DiFilippo with 2 away. A single could bring in the first run for the Flames and cut the Silversmiths' lead in half. One out from Matthews, misses outside. Count now 2 balls and no strikes. Brian Hart still a little bit of a threat to steal third base, though with 2 away, it doesn't seem too likely, though he did try to do it back in the first inning. Michael Matthews looks back at Hart, and the 2-0. That fastball misses outside again, so 3 balls and no strikes to DiFilippo. Actually, that's ball 4. So now 2 runners on for the Onondaga Flames. And that's Trace Peterson coming up to bat. He flew out to left his first time up. And he has a chance to do something big here for the Flames. As there's a mound meeting with Michael Matthews out on the mound. As the pitcher is warming up for Sherrill out in the pen. The pen is somewhat guarded through 3 different metal fences, so I cannot see the number of who's warming up. It is a right-handed pitcher. I will let you know when I know who is warming up. And the mound meeting ends between head coach for the Silversmiths, Tim Bailey, and the pitcher, Michael Matthews. Anthony Gazzo now returning back behind home plate, and Trace Peterson finally getting his chance. Peterson on the season, 12 runs batted in. Chance to do something big here. A base hit could cut the lead in half. An extra base hit could tie this ball game up. Peterson adjusts his batting gloves and steps into the right-handed batter's box. With 2 away, still 2-0 Silversmiths lead in the top of the 4th. It's Brian Hart on second base, A.J. DiFilippo on first. First pitch to him, a fastball misses in the dirt. Gazzo keeps it in front of him, and neither of the runners advance. So the Cats wanted to start the at-bat to Peterson. And again, going back to the short backstop here, a pass ball here isn't like a pass ball at a lot of other ballparks. This backstop isn't very deep, so nothing is certain when a runner's trying to advance, especially when one might be trying to take home. One 0 to Peterson. Fastball taken below the knees, and the count's now 2 balls and no strikes. And Matthews getting awfully close here to walking the bases loaded. Matthews working with 2 outs in the inning, trying to get Peterson out to end this one. Meanwhile, Peterson for the Flames trying to keep it alive and possibly get the offense and scoring started here for Onondaga. 2-0 from Matthews. Fastball chopped on the ground down the third base line, but foul. And the count now moves to 2-1. Peterson standing a little bit farther away from the plate here this time around, operating out of his usual wide stance. 2-1. Ripped up towards the shortstop on the ground. He flips it underhand to second for the final out of the inning, so a fielder's choice ends the top of the 4th. And the Flames again leave 2 runners on. Heading into the bottom of the 4th inning, Flames still trail 2-0. Sherrill keeps the Flames off the scoreboard in the top half, and it's 2-0. The first pitch to Chris Turco leading off for the Silversmiths is a fastball called a strike on the inside corner. He's behind in the count, 0-1. Turco, his first plate appearance, he drew a walk. He scored one of the 2 runs for the Silversmiths. And the 0-1 from Taylor. Fastball, a called strike on the lower third, and the count's now 0-2. As Taylor's out for his 4th inning of work, 2 earned runs on 2 hits so far for him. Also a pair of walks to his name. And the righty Turco not crowding the plate too much. And the 0-2. Fastball taken just below the knees. That one called, though Taylor wanted it, and the count's 1-2. And Turco hasn't done much against the Onondaga Flames. He did do a good job the last time these 2 teams met at OCC Stadium. And the fastball on 1-2 misses foul to the right side. Count still 1-2. One-two count here to Turco as the Silversmiths still lead 2-0. Fastball misses low and away, and the count evens up at 2 apiece. No shift here for the Flames, the right-handed hitter, though he is known to have a bit of pull power. Taylor from the windup, the 2-2. Breaking ball skied high to right field. Running back on that one to right fielder Matthews. He watches that one sail out of here. Home run number 13 for Chris Turco on the season. Still leads the league in that category, and it's now a 3-0 Silversmiths lead. The league record for the NYCBL is 14, and Turco now only 1 away as Robert Armitage comes up. Nobody out, and the Silversmiths now leading 3-0. Armitage, another righty. And the first pitch from Taylor to him is a fastball called strike over the middle, and the count's 0-1. First time up, Armitage drew a walk. Got gunned down trying to score on the Anthony Gazzo double back in the second. He shows bunt but pulls back as that one misses in the dirt. Count evens up at 1-1. One count here to Armitage as the Silversmiths now lead 3-0 after the Turco home run. 1-1 from Taylor. A fastball called strike right over the middle yet again, so the count's now 1-2 to Armitage. Armitage trying to avoid being the 3rd strikeout victim for Taylor. And the 1-2 fastball misses above the zone. And Taylor's frustrated with himself a little bit. The count's even at 2-2. Two-two. Breaking ball misses just below the knees. That one, a straight 12-6 drop, but Armitage did not give chase. The count's now full at 3-2 for the 2nd time today for Robert Armitage. Waiting on deck, Matt Krause, the 3-2. Fastball cut on and missed, strike 3. Armitage becomes the 3rd strikeout victim of the afternoon for Jeremy Taylor, and there's finally one away here in the bottom of the 4th inning. And Matt Krause, who popped up back to Jeremy Taylor on the mound back in the 2nd inning, steps up for his 2nd at-bat. Krause came up with no one away and 2 runners on base, tried to advance them with a bunt, but hit a bad bunt, popped it right back up in the air, and Jeremy Taylor was able to step off the mound and make the catch. First pitch to him this time is a ball missing below the knees, and the count's 1-0. Fastball taken for a strike, this one on the lower third, and the count's even at 1 apiece. Some action in the Flames bullpen. A righty warming up. Krause standing back in the batter's box. The 1-1. Another breaking ball, this one a called strike right on the bottom of the zone, and the count's now 1-2. 1-2 count here to Krause as the Silversmiths still lead 3-0. 1-2. Fastball called strike 3 on the inside corner. Taylor with back-to-back strikeouts, now 4 on the afternoon, and Matt Fitzgerald coming up with 2 away here in the inning.
The DH from Utica College, number 7.
Fitzgerald was the second strikeout victim for Taylor, that coming back in the second inning. Fitzgerald takes the first pitch for a strike, a fastball on the lower third, and he's behind the count, 0-1. Fitzgerald only struck out 12 times this season. 0-1 from Taylor, caught on and missed. That one on the outside corner, and the count's down 0-2. Fitzgerald just can't seem to get a hold of Taylor's fastball today. He's crowding the plate even harder now, and the 0-2. Fastball just misses off the plate, and the count moves to 1-2. Fitzgerald seemed like he was ready to go back to the dugout after that pitch. From the windup, 1-2 from Taylor. Fastball hit on a 2-hop over to second, fielded by Hart. He flips it over to first in time for the final out. The Silversmiths get another run on the solo shot by Chris Turco, and heading into the 5th inning of play, they lead 3-0. Adam Gordon set to lead off the top of the 5th inning for the Onondaga Flames at the plate. They trail 3-0 after Chris Turco went yard in the bottom of the 4th. First pitch to Gordon, the lefty, is a fastball inside, and the count's 1-0. Michael Matthews still out there on the mound for the Silversmiths. This is his 5th inning of work. And Gordon, his first at-bat, a ground out to third base. 1-0 breaking ball, just misses below the knees. And the count now 2-0. Waiting on deck, Corbin Paxton, another left-handed hitter. The infield shifted over to the right side for the lefty Gordon. 2-0 fastball misses outside again, so 3 balls and no strikes here to Gordon. And Matthews trying to avoid walking another base runner. That would be number 3 for him on the day. Matthews working from the windup. He deals the 3-0. Fastball misses just below the knees for ball 4. So Gordon walks on 4 pitches, and the Flames have a base runner with nobody out. This is the first time this entire ballgame that the Flames have gotten a runner on base without an out being recorded in the inning yet, and Corbin Paxton a chance to take advantage of it. He struck out looking his first time up. One of 2 strikeout victims for Michael Matthews. And it's Adam Gordon on first base. He's 5 for 6 on stolen base attempts this season. And the Silversmiths infield moving to double play depth. Paxton out of his wide stance, sees the first pitch, and he pulls back on a bunt attempt, but not in time enough, as the home plate umpire says the bat was still hanging over the plate when the pitch came through the zone, and the count's 0-1. Paxton lays down a successful bunt that would move a runner to second in scoring position with one away. Matthews now operating out of the stretch. He's looking down Gordon on first base. And Corbin Paxton, the hitter, calls time. In this 7-game winning streak the Flames are on, all but one of the games, the Flames drew first blood. The only other one, they fell down 2-0 in yesterday's contest against the Cortland Crush. They ended up tying it up and then taking the lead in the bottom of the 8th. Matthews the pitch, breaking ball misses below the knees, actually in the dirt that time. The count's evened up at a ball and a strike. Michael Matthews trying to preserve the Silversmiths' 3-0 lead as the Flames trying to cut back into it here in the top of the 5th. This is a 7-inning game as part of a doubleheader, so this is one of only 3 innings left for the Flames to work with out there. And Matthews, the 1-1. Fastball called, strike on the outside corner, and Paxton behind 1-2. Jack Cherno, another left-handed hitter, waits on deck. And Paxton facing a 1-2 count, working out of his usual wide stance, standing back in the batter's box. Matthews from the stretch. Gordon goes early, and not in time as the throw over, and Gordon still able to beat the throw. Matthews did not make a throw in any haste over to second base. The throw was a little bit offline, and Gordon still gets in there with his 6th stolen base of the season. So now the Flames have a runner in scoring position with nobody out, and Paxton still facing a 1-2. Matthews working out of the stretch, staring back at Gordon on second, toying with him on the mound, and the 1-2. Breaking ball misses above the zone, and the count's knotted up at 2 apiece. Adam Gordon loves to show off on the base paths when he can. And he was just toying there with Michael Matthews on the mound just a second ago. Matthews has a 2-2 count on Corbin Paxton. He looks back to second base once, now twice the pitch. Gordon goes. That one chopped on the ground to the right side. Gets through for a base hit. Gordon's going to score on that one easy, and it's an RBI single for Corbin Paxton. The Flames are finally on the board, and it's a 3-1 ball game. RBI single for Corbin Paxton gets the Flames their first run, and that brings up Jack Cherno, who grounded out to first his first time up. It was a successful hit and run for the Flames, as that brought in the first run for them and cuts the lead down to 3-1. Anthony Gazzo, the catcher, out for a quick chat with Michael Matthews on the mound, as the righty still warming up in the pen for Sherrill. And Cherno, the left-handed hitter, getting ready to step into the batter's box.
Number 20, Jack Cherno.
As the Sherrill Silversmiths setting up, still in double play depth, with nobody out and a runner on first. Paxton, certainly not too much of a threat to steal. He hasn't even attempted a stolen base this season. And Cherno crowding the plate here, looking to put some more runs on the board for the Flames. Already one in the inning. Matthews operating out of the stretch. A pickoff move over to first is not in time. Paxton gets dirty and gets in there safely. Top of the order awaits beyond Jack Cherno. McLean O'Connor, a right-handed hitter, warming up on deck. And the infield actually shifted a little bit to the right for the lefty Cherno. He lays down a bunt down the third base line, but that one's foul. And the count's 0-1. The second baseman, Nate Cormier, is in shallow right field. Still around normal second base positioning, though. And the shortstop Armitage actually moving back towards what would be closer to double play depth. Third baseman Sean Doherty playing a little bit closer to the third base bag here. And the pitch is fouled back on the 0-1. And the count now moves to 0-2. That was a breaking ball from Matthews. And Cherno got under that and sent that one to the backstop. No balls, 2 strikes here on Cherno. The Flames trailing 3-1 in the top of the 5th. This is a 7-inning ball game. So the Flames don't have nearly as much time to get back into this one. But they have a runner on first with nobody out. 0-2 count on Cherno. Michael Matthews on the mound, working out of the stretch. Stares down first base, the pitch. Fastball misses low and away. And the ball here, first of the at-bat to Cherno, and the count's 1-2. Paxton with a short lead off of first base. And Michael Matthews looking for his 3rd strikeout of the contest. 1-2. Breaking ball misses up and away to Cherno, and the count's even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Cherno stellar at getting on base even if we can't get a hit. .425 is his on base percentage. Has drawn 25 walks this year. 2-2 count here to Cherno. Matthews is out of the stretch. He deals. Fastball way outside, gets away from Gazzo, and Corbin Paxton advances to second. The throw is not in time, and now the Flames have another runner in scoring position with nobody out. So Paxton advances to second, and a runner in scoring position for the Flames, and now a full count to Jack Cherno. Michael Matthews likely to give Cherno a pitch he can hit. Otherwise, it'll be 2 on for the Flames, and still nobody out. And then Matthews will then have to deal with the top of the order. Matthews from the stretch looks back at second. 3-2 payoff. Fastball chopped foul over near the Silversmiths dugout, so he stays alive here, and the 7th pitch of this at-bat coming up for Cherno. No more double play depth for the Silversmiths infield, as they're now exclusively in the shift for the left-handed hitter Cherno. Matthews from the stretch trying to preserve the 3-1 lead for the Silversmiths. He deals. Breaking ball misses well above the zone for ball 4. Cherno walks over to first base, and the Flames have 2 runners on here. Nobody out in the top of the 5th. And the top of the order coming up for the Flames, and McLean O'Connor looking for his first hit. Struck out looking his first time up. Second time up, grounded out to short. And he's got a big chance here with 2 runners on base, no one out. Flames still trailing 3-1. And head coach Tim Bailey coming out for the Sherrill Silversmiths. This might be Michael Matthews' day, as there's a mound conference with the rest of the infield as well as the catcher Anthony Gazzo. Tim Bailey going to talk with his pitcher. It looks like he may not be done just yet, as the runners on base along with the hitter McLean O'Connor converse with head coach Mike Cordero down the third base line, as he acts as the team's third base coach during the games. McLean O'Connor coming into this game with a .291 batting average. Also very good at driving in runs. 18 RBIs in 17 games. More runs batted in than games he has played in. And it looks like Bailey is trusting Matthews to ride this one out, as he has to deal with 2 runners on base for the Flames and nobody out in the top of the 5th inning, working with a 3-1 lead. The Flames trying to cut back into it. O'Connor stepping into the right-handed batter's box. Corners playing in here for the Silversmiths infield. Chris Turco, the first baseman, with both feet in the infield grass. It's Robert Armitage, the shortstop, tightly guarding the second base bag where Corbin Paxton leads off, and it's Jack Cherno with lead off of first base. McLean O'Connor already showing bunt before the first pitch. Matthews looking back at second base, and he steps off, forcing both runners to retreat. The Flames have come back from many deficits before. They came back from one last night. They were down 2-0. Tied the ball came up, and eventually late in the inning, able to take the lead and get the win. O'Connor again still showing bunt here before a pitch is even thrown. The pitch is laid down the third base line, but goes foul. And the count's 0-1 here to O'Connor. The first baseman, Chris Turco, was charging in on that one, and he has to go back to where he was positioned. The count's 0-1 to O'Connor. O'Connor finally steps back in, dusts off the plate a little bit, and he again shows bunt with a 0-1 count. The two runners take their leads off their bases. Matthews staring back at second base. The pitch, breaking ball, called strike even though O'Connor pulls back, and he's facing a 0-2 count. The bunt no longer a really viable option for McLean, as he has to just try and stay alive in this at-bat. The Flames still trailing 3-1 in this one. Nobody out, two runners on base. McLean O'Connor up at bat. Has more RBIs on the season than games played. The pass ball on 0-2 is fouled off of home plate into the catcher Anthony Gazzo. Count still 0-2, and the fourth pitch of this at-bat coming up to McLean O'Connor. Mike Stefan, a switch hitter who will be batting from the left side against the righty Michael Matthews, waiting in the on-deck circle. O'Connor crowding the plate a little bit here with a 0-2 count. Matthews stares back at second one more time, now twice. The pitch. Fastball, an inside out swing, actually goes to the left side. The throw over to first is in time ahead of McLean O'Connor. It looked like O'Connor might have beaten out that throw, but instead he's called out. And there's one away here in the inning. Both the runners advance, so now the Flames have two in scoring position, and a base hit could tie this ball game up. O'Connor fisted that one. Looked like he was trying an inside-out swing. It was a very short ground ball over down the third base line. It was an easy play for Doherty at third. And now with one away, that brings up Mike Stefan, who's 0 for 2 with a pair of groundouts so far. But he's had some big moments lately. An RBI double in last night's contest helped give the Flames the 6-2 win. First pitch to him, a fastball missing outside, and the count 1-0 to Stefan. Stefan, the switch hitter, batting from the left side against the righty Michael Matthews, working from the windup. 1-0, breaking ball is a called strike on the lower third. Count evens up at 1-1. Brian Hart, the second baseman today, waits on deck. Matthews from the windup, the 1-1. Fastball misses outside, count now 2-1 to Stefan. Interesting decision for Matthews to go out of the windup. However, no true disadvantage as no runners can advance. Stefan trying to bring in some runs for the Flames. They trail 3-1 here in the top of the fifth with one away. And the 2-1. Breaking ball skied foul to the left side, well out of play. And the count's evened up at 2-2. Action has died down in the Silversmiths bullpen, as Stefan getting ready to face the 2-2 pitch from Matthews. Chris Turco, the first baseman, playing close into the infield grass. 2-2 fastball misses way outside. Now a full count to Mike Stefan, and if he walks, Matthews will have walked the bases loaded. Full count here on Mike Stefan with two in scoring position. Matthews winds and deals the 3-2. Breaking ball misses high and outside for ball four. Stefan takes his base, and now the Flames have the bases loaded with one away for Brian Hart, who's second on the team in RBIs with 22 in this campaign. And the Silversmiths immediately move to double play depth here, as a ground ball could end this inning for the Flames and waste a huge opportunity to get back in this ball game. Brian Hart did come close to hitting a home run the last time these two teams played here. And the first pitch is skied out to right center field and deep. Near the fence is Andrew Roden. He leaps over the wall and makes the catch, brings it back into the ballpark. Tagging up are all the runners except Stefan at first base. It's now first and third, and Corbin Paxton comes around to score. It's now a 3-2 ball game on the sacrifice fly from Brian Hart. It's now a one-run ball game here at Noyes Park. And now, after the sacrifice fly, a big chance for Cullen Matthews once again. So far, he's 0 for 1, a fly out to left and a hit by pitch. Has runners on first and third, down 3-2 in the top of the fifth inning. And Matthews still on the mound, staring back at first base. From the stretch, he deals. Breaking ball, the first pitch, called strike right over the middle. And the count's 0-1 to start Matthews' third plate appearance. Matthews 15 RBIs on the year. A base hit could tie the ball game up here for the Flames. Matthews from the stretch stares at first. Runner fakes a steal as that pitch misses inside, and the count's 1-1. Stefan was trying to catch Michael Matthews off guard on the mound by faking a stolen base attempt. Possibly confused the catcher Gazzo. And now 1-1 count here to Cullen Matthews with 2 away. Runners on first and third. Matthews from the stretch. The pitch. Breaking ball misses inside, brushes Matthews off the plate a bit. And the count now 2-1. So far this inning, Michael Matthews has walked 3 batters for the Flames. In danger of walking number 4 here, as waiting on deck patiently is the lefty A.J. DiFilippo. 2-1. Another off-speed. This one a called strike on the upper third. And now an even 2-2 count to Cullen Matthews. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 on. Runners on first and third. The Flames trailing 3-2 in the top of the fifth. Matthews looking back at first base where Stefan has a short lead. 2-2. Breaking ball chopped down the third base line, caught in the third base coaching box by Mike Cordero, the Flames head coach, and the count's still 2-2. Sixth pitch due up for this at-bat to Cullen Matthews. Matthews a chance to tie this ball game up, or with an extra base hit gives the Flames the lead. And Matthews trying to avoid any more damage in this top of the fifth inning. 2-2. Breaking ball fouled off to the right side, and inside-out swing to stay alive from Cullen Matthews. And the count's still 2-2. Now pitch number 7 of this at-bat. Again, 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 on. A 3-2 Silversmiths lead. Michael Matthews deals. Fastball ripped into right field. That one just short of the fence. Andrew Roden makes the catch. That one had the distance to get out, but Roden just stuck up his glove and kept it from going out of the short right field porch, and that retires the side. The Flames do get 2 runs in the inning, but still trail 3-2 after 4.5. Flames put up 2 runs in the top of the 5th inning. They still trail 3-2, though, as Jeremy Taylor comes out for his 5th inning of work, facing against Anthony Gazzo first in this inning. He hit an RBI double back in the 2nd inning. That's his only at-bat so far. And the first pitch to him is skied to right field. That one's shallow. Running in is Cullen Matthews. He waves off the second baseman Brian Hart to make the catch for the first out of the inning. Quick first out here for Jeremy Taylor on the mound, who's given up 3 earned runs on 3 hits through 4 innings, and now 4 1/3 after that flyout. And now Nate Cormier comes up for his second at-bat. He flew out to right field himself his first time up. Cormier out of Nichols College trying to extend the Silversmiths' lead this inning. And the first pitch to him, a fastball taken low and away for ball 1. Cormier is one of the few players on this Silversmiths team that has started in every game against the Flames. And he sees the 1-0. A fastball called strike on the inside corner. Counts knotted up at 1 apiece. Other players who have played in every game so far, Reese Armitage has played in every game, but not Robert. Turco has played in every game. 1-1. Breaking pitch fouled back on the ground behind home plate. And he's behind the count 1-2. Matt Fitzgerald has played in all but 1 game against this Flames squad. And Sean Doherty makes up the last of them. 1-2. Fastball caught on and missed. A foul tip right back into the glove of Trace Peterson, and now 2 away as Jeremy Taylor sets down the 5th batter of the ballgame on strikes. And now that brings up the top of the order with 2 away. Reese Armitage is 1 for 2, a ground out to second, and a big solo shot in the 3rd inning. Working out of his wide stance in the lefty batter's box. First pitch from Taylor, a fastball misses outside. And the count's 1-0.
From Marist College, number 23, Reese Armitage.
Trace Pearson sets up. And the 1-0. Fastball misses outside. So now a 2-0 count to Armitage. Left-handed hitter for the Silversmiths, but no shift here from the Flames infield. 2-0 from Taylor. That one ripped into center field. Running back on that one is the center fielder, Cherno, and he watches that one bounce off the wall. He fields that one in deep center. Coming into second, standing with a double, is Reese Armitage. He's halfway to the cycle as he gets a 2-out double for the Silversmiths with 2 away. Now the Silversmiths have a runner in scoring position in the bottom of the 5th. They already have a 1-run lead, 3-2 in the bottom of the 5th. And now Sean Doherty with a base hit could double the lead to 4. Or rather, double the lead to 4-2. So far in his 2 at-bats, 2 ground outs to shortstop. Chance to do something else here as Reese Armitage is on base. Taylor now working out of the stretch. Looks back at second, the first pitch. Fastball ripped into right center field and deep. Running back on that one, Matthews, he watches that one sail out of here. 2-run home run from Sean Doherty, and that gives 2 more runs for the Silversmiths. It's now a 5-2 lead. The Flames put up 2 runs in the top half of the 5th inning, but now the Silversmiths just grab those runs right back on the 2-run homer from Sean Doherty. For Doherty, that's home run number 1 for him on the year. And those 2 RBIs mark number 24 and 25 for him.
Now batting, the right fielder from UMass Lowell.
And Andrew Roden now coming up with 2 away. The base is emptied by the home run from Doherty. And Roden 0 for 2 on the ball game with a strikeout and a ground out to his name. Infield actually shifted to the right side for the left-handed hitter this time. First pitch fastball chopped down the first baseline, but foul. And he's behind at 0-1. Jeremy Taylor working from the windup here, and he deals the 0-1. Fastball misses outside, count evened at 1-1. 1-1 from Taylor. Fastball outside, and the count now 2-1 to Roden. The Flames have been known to play tough ball, but they don't have much time to get back into this one. It is a 7-inning ball game, so they only have 2 more trips up to the plate as a team. 2-1. That one, a broken back grounder over to second. Easy fielding for Hart, who fires to first in time for the final out. But not until the Silversmiths get 2 more on a 2-run shot from Sean Doherty. It's now a 5-2 Silversmiths lead heading into the 6th. Sixth inning getting underway here at Noyes Park. The Silversmiths put up another 2 runs on a Sean Doherty 2-run blast in the bottom of the 5th. And now they lead 5-2 over the Flames, who come up in the top of the 6th inning trying to get something done with only 2 trips up to the plate left in this 7-inning contest. And the first pitch to A.J. DiFilippo from Matthews is a breaking ball missing inside, the count 1-0. Matthews out for his 6th inning of work, starting off the inning against A.J. DiFilippo, who's 0 for 1 with a pop-out and a walk drawn back in the 4th. 1-0 breaking ball catches the outside corner. It's a called strike, and the count's 1-1. DiFilippo, a powerful lefty, hasn't done much today, but a very productive hitter over the last 4 games. A breaking ball on 1-1 misses in the dirt. Now 2 balls and a strike. The 4 games heading into this contest for DiFilippo: 11 for 14, 10 RBIs, 4 doubles, and a triple. He's 0 for 1 so far today, only his 2nd relatively unproductive at-bat in these last 5 games. And the 2-1 breaking ball, a called strike on the upper outside corner, and the count's dotted up at 2 balls and 2 strikes to DiFilippo. Right-handed hitter Trace Peterson waits on deck, and Michael Matthews deals the 2-2. Breaking ball caught on a miss, low and away, gets away from Gazzo. The throw down the first baseline is in time ahead of the running DiFilippo, but not as far away as the Silversmiths would have liked. DiFilippo cut it close a little bit, and there's one away in the top of the 6th. Trace Peterson coming up now.
Catcher from Lake Erie College, number 17, Trace Peterson.
Strikeout number 3 of the afternoon for Michael Matthews, and Trace Peterson 0 for 2 with a flyout and a fielder's choice so far. Wide stance, back in the box. He sees the first pitch. Breaking ball misses above the zone. Count 1-0. From Matthews. That one gets away from Gazzo behind the plate on the fastball low and inside. Count now 2-0. A lot of these Flames hitters have worked into favorable counts, but can't seem to capitalize at the plate. They'll either make weak contact or lose control of the count, and Matthews will force them into a bad spot. 2-0 pitch, a fastball outside, and now 3-0 to Peterson. And Peterson on verge of drawing his first walk of the ball game. And for Matthews, he's having some trouble with the walk so far. That would be number 5 on the game. 3-0 fastball, a strike, just catching the lower third, but barely. And the count's now 3-1 to Peterson. Three balls, one strike to Peterson. Matthews from the windup, the pitch. Breaking ball up and in, and Peterson walks over to first with one away. And now the Flames have a base runner with one out in the inning. And Adam Gordon coming up now. He walked his last time up, ended up scoring on an RBI single from Corbin Paxton. And now head coach Tim Bailey comes out to the mound again. It looks like Michael Matthews' day is finally done. That's 5 1/3 for Matthews. He has one more runner on base that his replacement will have to deal with. We'll tell you who it is when we come back. Wesley Leahy, the new pitcher for the Sherrill Silversmiths. He faces Adam Gordon first, and the first pitch is a fastball called a strike on the lower third, and the count's 0-1. Gordon comes up with a runner on first base and one away, and Leahy on the year, 11 games pitched, 15 innings total, a 1-0 record, and a 6.60 ERA. 0-1 pitch, a breaking ball misses outside, and the count knotted up at 1 apiece. The Flames still trailing 5-2 in the top of the 6th inning, running on a 7-game winning streak right now. And the 1-1, a fastball way up and away, and the count's now 2-1. Infield shifted slightly to the right for Adam Gordon, though still somewhat of double play depth for the Silversmiths, as a ground ball could end at the top of the 6th for the Flames. The 2-1 is ripped into center field. Running back on that one is Armitage, and he makes that catch just in front of the right center field wall for the second out. So 2 away here for the Flames. They still have a runner on base, and now the onus goes on Corbin Paxton, who hit an RBI single in his last at-bat. His first time up, though, he struck out looking. It'll be his first at-bat against Leahy. And the lefty steps in for the lefty-righty matchup. Leahy working out of the stretch with Trace Peterson leading off of first base. First pitch, a fastball misses outside, and Paxton ahead of the count of the hitter, 1-0. Peterson with the lead off of first base. He's 2 for 5 on stolen base attempts this year. Not like a big threat to run with 2 away, though the Flames still trying to get on the board. And the 1-0 is fouled off to the left side, and the count's evened up at 1-1. Still some action in the Silversmiths bullpen, likely to give their relievers very short outings. There's a righty in the pen for the Silversmiths, and going out there now is Connor Van Driesen. 1-1. That one ripped up the middle, and on the run is not in time for Armitage as that drops for a base hit. Corbin Paxton with his second hit of the ball game. He tends to do really well at this ballpark. He hit a home run the last time he came here, and now there's 2 on with 2 away for the Flames. In the top of the 6th, Jack Chernow with another chance for the Flames. He's 0 for 1. A ground out to first base back in the 3rd, and he walked back in the 5th. And if he draws another walk here, that would load the bases for the Flames. Flames trail 5-2 in the top of the 6th. 2 outs, 2 runners on base. It's Corbin Paxton on first and Trace Peterson on second. After Jack Chernow, it's the top of the order if the inning continues. First pitch to Chernow. Fastball chopped on the ground, easy over to second. Cormier fields and fires to first in time ahead of the speedy Chernow for the final out of the inning. The Flames have 2 runners on base, but they leave them stranded. And heading into bottom 6, the Sherrill Silversmiths still lead 5-2. New pitcher for the Flames in the bottom of the 6th inning. Mike Ruggiero, normally a second baseman, takes over for Jeremy Taylor on the mound. The first pitch to Chris Turco to start off the inning is a breaking ball called strike, and the count's 0-1. Turco, a stellar day so far, a walk back in the 2nd and a solo shot back in the 4th. 0-1, breaking ball caught on and missed. Turco got caught out in front of that one, and Ruggiero rolling here, and the count's 0-2. No other defensive changes here for the Flames. And the 0-2 breaking ball fouled off this time down the third baseline. Count still 0-2 to Turco. And Turco, that home run back in the fourth was his 13th of the year. He only is trailing the regular season record for the league by 1. And the 0-2's cut on and miss for strike 3. Mike Ruggiero comes in and gets a quick strikeout. And there's one away here in the bottom of the 6th. And with one away, that brings up Robert Armitage, who's 0 for 1, a swinging strikeout back in the 4th inning. He drew a walk in the 2nd, almost came around to score, but he was gunned down trying to score the 2nd run after Anthony Gazzo hit a double. On the strikeout by Ruggiero, that's number 4 on the year, and the first pitch fastball to Armitage is a called strike, count 0-1. Entering this game, Ruggiero did have some pitching stats, as the 0-1 fastball just misses, and the count's even at 1-1. Pitch to make it 1-1 was above the zone, and Ruggiero working quickly from the windup, 1-1. Fastball, a called strike, and now the count's 1-2. Ruggiero, not a pitcher in college, but set his high school's career wins record as a pitcher back in high school. 1-2. Breaking ball gets past Trace Peterson, but no matter, no one's on base. And the count's even at 2-2. Heading into this one for Ruggiero, 3 games pitched, 3 2/3 innings on the mound. No earned runs allowed, no hits, a walk, and 3 strikeouts. That strikeout total now up to 4 after he retired Chris Turco on 4 pitches. And the 2-2 to Armitage, another breaking ball, misses low and away. Count now full 3-2. Matt Krause, the left fielder, waits on deck. One of only a couple of players for the Silversmiths not to get any offense going. And the 3-2 misses low and away on a fastball for ball 4. So Armitage takes first base with one away in the bottom of the 6th inning. And now Matt Krause coming up to bat. It's walk number 2 of the year for Mike Ruggiero. And Matt Krause, who's 0 for 2 on the day with a pop-out and a strikeout coming up. Krause crowding the plate here. And the first pitch from Ruggiero, fastball ripped into right field, right in the direction of Matthews. It drops in front of him for a base hit. And advancing to second, just barely ahead of a throw, is Robert Armitage. And so now runners on first and second with one away for the Silversmiths, as that brings up Matt Fitzgerald for his third at-bat. Fitzgerald, a strikeout and a groundout to his name so far.
The DH from Utica College, number 7, Matt Fitzgerald.
Fitzgerald crowding the plate here, trying to get in some more offense for the Silversmiths, as he sees the first pitch and cuts on and miss for strike 1. He's behind 0-1. Fitzgerald has had just a general tough time making contact with the Flames pitching today. But he has runners on first and second here, a chance to get another run. And that fastball ripped into right field. That one close to the foul line. Running under that one to his left is Matthews to make the catch. A tag-up attempt is foiled, as going back to second base after thinking about it is Robert Armitage. So after the fly out to right field, there's now 2 away in the bottom of the 6th for Anthony Gazzo, who's 1 for 2, had that big double that drove in a run to start the scoring in the 2nd, and then he flew out to right back in the 5th.
From Salve, Virginia University, number 10, Anthony Gazzo.
It's Armitage still on second, Matt Krause on first. 2 away in the bottom of the 6th. Mike Ruggiero surrendered his first hit of the season to Krause, trying to end the inning. First pitch, a fastball cut on and missed by Gazzo, and the count's 0-1. Short leads from both runners. Ruggiero working from the stretch. 0-1 breaking ball, a called strike on the outside corner, and Gazzo behind the count, 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 on for the Silversmiths. They have a 5-2 lead in the bottom of the 6th, and Gazzo trying to keep it alive. 0-2 fastball misses up and in. Gazzo thinks about going, but he holds back, and the count moves to 1-2. Nick Cormier waits on deck. One ball, 2 strikes here to Gazzo. Ruggiero, the 1-2. Fastball cut on and missed for strike 3. Ruggiero gets 2 strikeouts, and that ends the inning for the Silversmiths. Still a 5-2 lead for the Silversmiths as the Flames coming up for last chance. Final 3 outs here for the Flames. McLean O'Connor at the top of the order, set to lead off the 7th. First pitch to him, a breaking ball called strike right down the middle. A straight 12-6 drop from Leahy on the mound after his second inning. And a couple of defensive changes here for the Silversmiths as Leahy deals the 0-1. Fastball caught and missed below the knees, and O'Connor behind 0-2. Andrew Roden has come out of the ball game, and otherwise just some shifting. Mickey Mullins is in at center field. The center fielder, Armitage, moves to left, and the left fielder, Matt Krause, moves to right field. 0-2. Breaking ball chopped on the ground to the left side, fielded on the run by the third baseman, Doherty. He fires to first, not in time, and McLean O'Connor, to start off the inning, able to beat out an infield single. A big offensive play here from the Flames, getting a runner on with nobody out. And the switch hitter, Mike Stefan, steps up to bat from the left side as he's facing the righty Leahy. For Stefan, a pair of groundouts and a walk back in the 5th. And for McLean O'Connor leading off of first base, that was his first hit of the ball game. And now Leahy deals the first pitch to Stefan, a fastball called strike on the lower outside corner. Stefan behind in the count, 0-1. O'Connor on first base, 5 for 9 on stolen base attempts. As Brian Hart waits on deck for the Flames, a pickoff move over to first. O'Connor gets back in there standing. Pitch goes beyond where Chris Turco is. It gets off his glove, rolls down the right field line, but not far enough that O'Connor thinks about advancing. Silversmith still leading 5-2 here in the top of the 7th inning. Flames trying to chip back into it. 0-1. Breaking ball misses up and away. Count evens up at a ball and a strike to Stefan. Stefan is ready. Set on the mound is Leahy. 1-1 breaking ball. Cut on and missed. Killer two-seam from Leahy. Breaking from inside to right over the plate, and the count's 1-2. Leahy, some sharp breaking stuff. McLean O'Connor with a big lead off of first. 1-2. That one chopped in front of the mound, fielded by Leahy. The throw over to first can't be made as no one's covering the first base bag, and Mike Stefan reaches on an infield single. Back-to-back infield singles for the Flames, and now they have runners on first and second with nobody out. On that play, Chris Turco charged in for the ground ball. It was sort of down the first base line, but more closer to the pitcher's mound. It ended up getting fielded by Leahy, and Nate Cormier could not cover the first base bag in time as he was playing close to second with a runner on first. And so now with two runners on and nobody out, Brian Hart comes up for his fourth plate appearance. So far, 1 for 1. A sacrifice fly, a walk, and a single. First pitch, a fastball gets away from Gazzo behind the plate. Both runners advance on the pass ball. And now runners in scoring position for the Flames on second and third. Still nobody out. And Brian Hart with a big RBI opportunity again here with the RBI back in the fifth inning coming on the sacrifice fly. He's now up to 23 on the season. And head coach Tim Bailey coming out to talk down his pitcher Wesley Leahy. Flames in a dominant spot here early in this inning, down 5-2. They already have two in scoring position, nobody out. Just a base hit here could make it a one-run ball game. And Gazzo going back behind the plate as head coach Tim Bailey heads back to the dugout. Leahy still being trusted to deal with the final three outs for the Silversmiths. With two runners in scoring position, Leahy, like a normal pitcher, would move to the windup, but Leahy doesn't operate out of the windup under any circumstance, similar to some of the Flames pitchers like Riley Glenn or Gunnar Groen. So it's a righty-righty matchup here. A 1-0 count to Brian Hart. Fastball misses inside, and the count's 2-0. Both runners taking big leads off their bats. 2-0. Fastball call, a strike on the outside corner. And the count moves to 2-1 on Hart, who's trying to get the Flames back into this ball game. Action in the Flames bullpen in the event that this game goes to the bottom half. 2-1. Fastball chop foul down the third base line right into the Silversmiths dugout. And the count now 2-2 on Brian Hart. Colin Matthews, a right-handed hitter, waits on deck. The Flames trying to get back into this ball game. A single could do wonders for the Flames here. 2-2 from Leahy. Breaking ball misses up and inside. That one had some sharp break, but didn't break nearly far enough to become a strike, so a full count to Brian Hart. And if he draws a walk, the bases get loaded up for the Flames with nobody out. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 men on, no one away. The pitch. Fastball's low and outside for ball 4. Field umpire says he did not go around on the check swing. And the bases are now loaded for the Flames with nobody out in the top of the 7th. And Colin Matthews up with the bases loaded and nobody out in the ballpark that's most friendly to home run hitters. Stepping in from the right side against Leahy, bases loaded, no one out. Matthews has 15 RBIs on the year. The first pitch, fastball ripped up the middle. That goes into the gap for a base hit. Coming around to score is O'Connor. Coming around to score now is Stefan. Rounding third, but holding up is Brian Hart. It's a 2-run single for Colin Matthews, and the lead's cut down from 3-1. It's now 5-4 Silversmiths. Colin Matthews coming in clutch for the Flames, bringing them well back into contention in this one. RBIs number 16 and 17 on the year for him. Make this a 1-run ball game. As now Wesley Leahy's day is done. We'll tell you who comes in to replace him when he come back. Rylan Baker replaces Wesley Leahy on the mound for the Silversmiths, coming in a very tight spot for the Silversmiths, but a very advantageous spot for the Flames. Coming into this inning, they trailed 5-2, and after a 2-run single with the bases loaded by Colin Matthews, it's now a 5-4 ball game. First pitch to A.J. DiFilippo, a fastball called strike on the outside corner, and he's behind the count 0-1. DiFilippo has runners on first and third, still no one out. A ground ball double play could still bring in a run. 0-1 from Baker, a fastball misses outside. Count evens up at 1-1. It's Brian Hart on third base, Colin Matthews on first. Colin Matthews, good on the base paths for the Flames. So far on the season, he is 6 for 7 in stolen base attempts. 1-1. Fastball ripped down the right field line. That's a base hit. Coming around to score is Brian Hart. It's a double here for A.J. DiFilippo, and that ties this ball game up at 5. Unbelievable rally by the Flames here in the top of the 7th. That's the 5th double in 4 games for A.J. DiFilippo, who finally gets hot here after starting this game 0 for 2. Still the same situation, except even better now. Runners on second and third. Flames tie the ball game up, and Trace Peterson with a big opportunity here with nobody out. The righty Peterson steps into the box. First pitch. Fastball misses inside, counts 1-0. Peterson so far 0 for 2, a flyout, a fielder's choice, and a walk. A flyout could give the Flames the lead as Adam Gordon, a left-handed hitter, waits on deck. Entire infield playing in for the Silversmiths. That fastball on 1-0 misses inside, brushes Peterson off the plate a bit. Count now 2-0. It's Colin Matthews on third base. On second base, it's A.J. DiFilippo. Baker, a sidearmer. The 2-0. Fastball catches the inside corner here, and the count moves to 2-1. Every infielder is on the infield grass here, and a 2-1 count to Trace Peterson. The pitch. Fastball low and away, and now a 3-1 count on Peterson, and Baker in danger of walking the bases loaded. Peterson getting set, a real hitter's count here for him. 3-1. Fastball misses inside for ball 4. Trace Peterson draws his second walk of the ball game, and with a tie ball game in the top of the 7th, in a 7-inning contest, no matter, it's a bases-loaded situation for the Flames. And now Adam Gordon with a big opportunity here. He's 0 for 2, a ground out, a fly out, and a walk so far. Heading into today, Gordon hitting above 300 on the season. He has 19 RBIs. And that's third on the team behind Brian Hart and A.J. DiFilippo. Gordon crowding the plate a little bit here. Infield still in for the Silversmiths. First pitch ripped into the right center field gap. That's a base hit. The Flames take the lead as Matthews scores. Coming around to score here is A.J. DiFilippo. It's a double for Adam Gordon, and now the Flames take a 7-5 lead in the top of the 7th. What a rally. 5 runs, still no outs in the top of the 7th. Same spot as just a couple batters ago. Second and third, no one out. And now the Flames lead 7-5. It's now Peterson on third base and Adam Gordon on second after the 2-run double gives the Flames the lead here late. And that ends the game for Rylan Baker. No outs recorded in his outing. Can't imagine what that'll do to his ERA. And now coming in is Carmenter Van Driesen. We'll tell you more about it when we come back. Flames as Connor Van Driesen is on the mound for the Sherrill Silversmiths. As this has not been the best inning for Sherrill, they came in with a 5-2 lead, and the Flames have put up 5 runs without even recording an out, and it's now a 7-5 Flames lead. And the first pitch to Paxton is a fastball outside, and the count's 1-0. Paxton is the 8th batter of this inning, so the Flames, no matter what the situation, they will bat around. Entire infield still playing in here for the Silversmiths, and the 1-0. Fastball again misses outside, now 2-0 to Paxton, who is 2 for 3 on the day with a pair of singles, a strikeout, and an RBI coming on that first single back in the 5th. Connor Van Driesen's last outing against the Flames was one to forget, as the 2-0 fastball misses outside, and it's now a 3-0 count to Corbin Paxton. For Van Driesen in his last outing against the Flames, 10 earned runs in 2/3 of an inning. Not 2 innings, 2/3 of an inning. And the lefty-lefty matchup continues. The 3-0 fastball misses low and away for ball 4. So Van Driesen quickly walks the bases loaded here as the Flames still have nobody out and now have a 2-run lead in this ball game. And Jack Cherno coming up. He's the 9th batter of the inning. And he still doesn't have a hit today. 0 for 2, a pair of groundouts and a walk. Another lefty-lefty matchup coming up. As on third base, it's Trace Peterson. On second base, it's Adam Gordon. And on first base now, it's Corbin Paxton. Everyone with a big lead. And Van Driesen, the first pitch. Breaking ball foul back to the fence behind home plate. And Cherno behind in the count, 0-1. This game feels very akin to last night's outing against the Cortland Crush. It was a tie ball game throughout. The Flames put up 4 in the bottom of the 8th, except this time the Flames came from behind. Miraculously, though, the Flames put up all these runs, still no homers in this very short ballpark. Meanwhile, the Silversmiths have had no trouble putting 2 over the fence today, actually 3. And that one skied behind home plate, that one going into foul territory, and the count moves to 0-2. Those 3 home runs for the Silversmiths coming off the bats of Reese Armitage, Chris Turco, and Sean Doherty in each of the 3rd, 4th, and 5th innings. Cherno crowding the plate here. Still no one out. Bases still loaded for the Flames. Van Driesen trying to avoid allowing any more damage this inning, which has already gotten out of control for the Silversmiths. They lost a 3-run lead. It was a safe situation, and the first pitch is grounded over to second. Could be 2. The throw home gets the first out, and Trace Pearson gets called out at home. No other throw. So finally an out here for the Silversmiths in the field, and no run scores on that play. Jack Cherno reaches on a fielder's choice. All the other runners just advance. And there's one away here. Bases still loaded in the top of the 2nd inning. And the top of the order coming back up in McLean O'Connor. He hit a single, an infield single, over to third base to lead off this massive inning.
Santa Barbara, number 39, McLean O'Connor.
It's now Adam Gordon on third base, Corbin Paxton on second, and now after the fielder's choice, Jack Cherno on first. The righty O'Connor faces the first pitch from Van Driesen. A fastball taken for a strike on the inside corner, and the count's 0-1. The infield shifts here from the Silversmiths to double play depth. And waiting on deck is Mike Stefan. He'd hit from the right side against the lefty Van Driesen. 0-1. Chopped on the ground between third and short. A backhand by Armitage. Can't get anything done. It's an infield single again this inning for McLean O'Connor. And that brings in another run. It's now 8-5 Flames. The Flames simply can't be stopped this inning. That's run number 6 for them this inning. 2 hits in the inning for McLean O'Connor. Now an RBI. And now the Flames have an 8-5 lead in the 7th for Mike Stefan, a switch hitter who's hit every at-bat so far from the left side, but now with the lefty Van Driesen on the mound, hitting from the right. First pitch from Van Driesen. Fastball taken on the lower inside corner for a strike. And the count's 0-1 to Stefan, who's 1 for 3 today He drew a walk in the fifth. Other than that, a pair of groundouts to second and a single earlier this inning. His was even wonkier. He hit a grounder right back to the pitcher, and no one was covering first base because Chris Turco, the first baseman, was charging in. That one skied high into left field. Taking a few steps to his left is Armitage. He makes the catch. Tagging up is Paxton. The throw-in's going to get cut off by the shortstop, and he scores on the sacrifice fly. It's now a 9-5 Flames lead. So it's now a 4-run lead for the Flames. They've put up 7 runs in this 7th inning. This is a 7-inning ball game. And so this was a save situation for Wesley Leahy when he started this inning. And boy, did he blow this game and then some. Brian Hart now up for his second at-bat of the inning. He walked his first time up. He has runners on first and second with 2 away. First pitch from Van Driesen, a fastball called a strike on the inside corner. He's behind 0-1. Colin Matthews waits on deck. He had a 2-run single to get the scoring started this inning for the Flames. Van Driesen from the set. 0-1. Breaking ball just misses a hair outside. That one trying to break into the outside corner. Doesn't quite get enough sharp bite. And the count's even at 1-1. And now Keon Taylor warming up for the Flames in the bullpen. Expected to come in and close it out for the second game in a row. And time is called at home plate. It's a 1-1 count to Brian Hart. Flames now leading 9-5. He's got runner on first and second with 2 away. Van Driesen, the 1-1. That one, another breaking ball, cold strike. That one got enough bite and caught the outer third, and the count moves to 1-2. Hart steps back into the right-handed batter's box. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 on. Flames now leading 9-5. Van Driesen deals. A breaking ball skied foul to the right side, out of play. That one's landing in the street behind the field. And the count's still 1-2. The Flames have put up 7 runs this inning. They could continue. And Connor Van Driesen a chance to end the scoring here. 1-2. Fastball taken for strike 3. That one called on the lower inside corner. And that retires the side, but not until the Flames get plenty of runs to get the lead back. After a 7-run top of the 7th, it's 9-5 with the Silversmiths now only having 3 outs to work with.
number 5.
The Flames did enough and then some in the top of the 7th, putting up 7 runs to keep the game alive and take the lead. They now lead 9-5 over the Silversmiths, and Keon Taylor coming in to close it out. First pitch to Nate Cormier. He shows bunt but pulls back. It's a called strike anyway, and Cormier behind in the count, 0-1. Taylor closed the game last night for the Flames. He did not record the save as they had a lead of above 3 runs, in that case 4. And same situation here as the 0-1 pitch is taken for strike 2 on a fastball right over the middle. Flames also have a 4-run lead here, so again, not a save situation for Taylor, who actually came here joking he wanted to close them both out. Taylor always works from the stretch. He's a side armor righty, and the 0-2 to Cormier is skied to the right side, out of play. That lands behind the Flames dugout, and the count's still 0-2 to Cormier. When Taylor gets off the mound this inning, no matter the result, his first visit is probably right here to the broadcast booth where his phone is actually charging right next to me. 0-2. Fastball chopped on the ground over the short. A running grab by O'Connor. He fires from his back foot in time to get the speedy Cormier for the first out of the 7th. And with 1 away, that brings the top of the order back out in Reese Armitage. He's had a big day so far today, 2 for 3. A ground out to second to start the ball game, but since then a solo shot to right field and a double back in the 5th. And he's a left-handed hitter coming in against the righty Taylor. There's 1 away in the bottom of the 7th. A 9-5 Flames lead. First pitch fastball called strike on the upper third. The count's 0-1. Keon Taylor made quick work of the crush last night in the 9th. And in the bottom of the 7th, he's trying to make quick work here. 0-1 pitch, a fastball on the outside corner this time. Count now 0-2. 0-2 count here to Armitage. Keon Taylor looking for his first strikeout of the inning. And the 0-2. Fastball chopped on the ground just right at the pitcher's mound. He's hustling for it, makes a sliding grab. Throw to first is not in time. It gets there maybe ahead of the throw. We will never know. But regardless, Mike Stefan drops the throw. It'll be ruled a single for Reese Armitage in the bottom of the 7th, and the Silversmiths have a base runner with 1 away. That was a slow dribbler down the right side. Taylor tried to take it for himself. Brian Hart was playing very far, actually in shallow right field as a part of the shift. He had a long way to get to there, so Taylor tried to get something done, but he couldn't do it.
Number 1, Sean Doherty.
So Sean Doherty comes up with 1 away. Flames move to double play depth. And the first pitch to him is taken for a strike on the lower corner. And the count's 0-1. So far for Doherty, 2 groundouts to short and a 2-run shot back in the 5th. 0-1. Fastball ripped over to second, could be 2. Hart flips to second for 1. On to first, in time for the double play. And the 4-6-3 ends the ball game, and the Flames win Game 1 by a score of 9-5. Keon closes out the second game in a row, and the Flames are now on an 8-game winning streak. The Flames don't have to wait too long before their next game. They'll play again at around 5 o'clock in Game 2 of this doubleheader. Once again, I'm Brandon Ross. Thank you for joining me as the Flames win this one 9-5.